action. When a couple of years ago, I was in a very emotionally abusive relationship, and for some reason, I love to watch Madea. I love to watch Tyler Perry plays, and one time, Madea told somebody, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. And at that time, I really felt like I had an aha moment, like, oh, if I ever get away from this person through my life, I will always let people show themselves to me, and I will always see the signs, blah, blah, blah. And until 3 years after we ended our relationship and I was dating other people, did I really see how I can apply that same to my life. So now that I'm more enlightened about this, please let me tell you, sisters. And so this vlog is for women. Women, when I say women, I don't care your religious background. I don't care if you're gay, straight, bi, whatever. This will help all women. So please stay tuned. Watch what I'm gonna say. And here we go. How do you apply the saying that Madea said to your everyday life? So if someone shows you who you are, please believe them. First of all, let me tell you one thing that I notice that women do that you might not notice, but I notice, because not only in me, but I notice this in everybody else. So if Charles Manson comes up to me and he says, I want to kill people, and this is what I want to do with my life, a natural woman instinct for me, and I don't know if this is biological, I just know this happens, is to say, oh, well, the reason why he wants to kill people is because, his father was a bad person, he used to beat him and stuff like this, but with my help and my love, I can change that. Well, I can't, because what he just told me was that he was a sociopath, and he wanted to kill people for fun. And so one thing that I want to let people know, how to apply that saying to your everyday life, is listen to what people are saying. And you might think, oh, that's obvious, duh. But no, it's not obvious for us, because the way that we process things are a little bit differently than the opposite sex. When somebody tells us something, we reprogram it in our head as something else, and it's more like a fantasy. It's unrealistic sometimes when we're supposedly listening to somebody, and we're getting a totally opposite thing than what they really said. Like, for example, if you're, if you like men or whatever, and you ask a man, like, oh, so do you like dogs? And he says, oh yeah, I love dogs. But you're a member of PETA, and you take what he just said to mean, oh, that he would join PETA at any moment. You just put him on a higher level, on a pedestal, because you just interjected unrealistic things into what he said. What he really said was he liked dogs. Um, Not to say that if he said I would join PETA any day, that would be a real reason to put him high on the list. But by adding what you want onto what somebody actually says, that's a negative thing. And in a practical way, a practical thing that women don't do is they really don't listen to the truth. So if a guy says, or a girl, whatever, if they say, oh, well, I cheated on all my girlfriends before now, women take that to mean every other girl but me. And so I could fix his cheating habits, and, you know, I'm different in this and this and that. But patterns are given to us for a reason, for us to see them, and that more than likely, if he cheated on all his girlfriends in the past, more than likely he will cheat on you. So that's when listening comes into play, because when you listen to somebody, you will get the truth. And don't put your fantasies on top of what people say, because when that happens, you cannot live in a realistic world. It won't benefit you to put your fantasies onto what somebody says. So purely learn how to listen correctly. If so, especially this is what I hear about men. That men are pretty, not to say they don't lie, but they're pretty straightforward about their wants. Okay, so if you're listening to them, you'll get a big chunk of what they're all about. So listen. The second thing women must do to apply Medea's statement in their everyday life: ask questions. I said listen first, but ask questions. And how is that going to benefit your life? Oh, men always lie, studs always lie, femmes always lie. How can I do this? Well, when I say ask questions, I don't mean like ask them just how many people have you slept with. I mean, it doesn't matter because if you're two grown-ups, there's a general chance they slept with somebody else. If you're scared of STDs, go get tested together. But that's not a question that matters. You want to own a house. You want to have kids. Those kind of questions are beneficial to ask. And, and not asking those questions can lead to a whole bunch of other problems. Like, especially if the man wants to rent for the rest of his life, if he doesn't want kids, and if marriage was never a concept that he ever thought of, there's no reason to date him. So if you asked him the questions, he would tell you the truth. Uh, like those kind of questions, like what religion are you? Because if religion is a reason why you would start an argument with anybody else, don't think that just because you like somebody and they're cute to you that wouldn't be a reason for arguing in a relationship. Ask these kind of questions up front. I'm not saying first date type thing because nobody would tell you that. But ask these questions while getting to know somebody so you can know who to wean in and out of your life. Uh, if you want to get married and you've just dated this person for 4 years without asking them about what they think about marriage, and you assume that they want to be married, and 4 years later you're like, oh, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it, get mad at them. But if you would have asked them 4 years ago, did they ever want to get married, you wouldn't even be in that pickle. So asking questions. And the third way you could apply Medea's quote to your everyday life, this is a very important thing. Whatever energy that you put out, you will get back. And you have to understand that if the energy you put out is not confident, insecure, you're going to attract two people. You're going to attract an insecure person, or you're going to attract somebody who likes to victimize insecure people. So by not putting yourself out there, by not finding a reflection of you, because that's what will happen. You'll find a reflection of you out there. Then you won't have to even worry. You won't have to worry about negative energy coming around you. So be as positive as possible. Put out that positive person that you want to see. And so, in fact, all I'm saying for this last point is that Madea said that if somebody showed you who they really are, believe them. My point is, you be who you really want to be with. Let that person mirror you. They will be attracted to who you are. If you're 100% ready to be with somebody. So women, as I digress, listen to what people say. Ask questions that will benefit you in the long run. And be who you want to be with. Because if you are that person, then they will reflect back towards you. So that's how you apply it to your everyday life. Thank you.